Hello, my name is Julio Vellela, self-proclaimed artist and huge art enthusiast. Today, what I would like to discuss with all of you is something that I've noticed through my studies of art history. I want to reveal to all of you the power of art and the influence that art has had on our society. When people think of art, what usually comes to mind is modern art. Like random splashes on canvas or highly expensive decor that only the wealthy can afford. But I'm here today to tell you that there is so much more beneath the pigments of paint. The Renaissance was a major chapter in human history because not only did we gain advances in science and technology, but we also started to acknowledge and appreciate human achievements versus justify them being solely God's work. Of course, religion still played a huge factor in society, but it was very evident in the arts that society was beginning to move away from depictions of biblical characters as holy and heavenly to more human and mortal-like. A great example to demonstrate this is the artist Caravaggio. Now, brace yourselves for this masterpiece depicting the death of Mary. Caravaggio wasn't from the Renaissance, but instead from the Baroque era, which followed. He was the official painter for the Catholic Church and was responsible for decorating churches with paintings of biblical scenes that the common people could relate to. So what he did was made holy figures all too human. Here, we see the death of the Virgin Mary, and Caravaggio literally depicted the Virgin Mary dead on her deathbed. There she is, limp, sickly colored, and with Mary Magdalene weeping right beside her. This is a big no during the Baroque era, since no holy figures were to be depicted to be at the same level as humans and vulnerable to the same fates. The division between holy and human is only visible due to the thin halo around her head. On this slide, we have several different propaganda posters from World War I and World War II. Two that you're probably familiar with are Uncle Sam and Rosie the Riveter. All these posters had the same purpose: to influence men to either join the military or influence people to work in factories to supply the soldiers. But if you ask me, the most influential posters had to be these kind. What you're looking at is racism splattered all over posters. A propaganda to create hate and fear for the individuals that they're targeting. Now, if you believe that I'm exaggerating with the influence that these minor pieces of paper had, then look at the results of the war. 6 million Jews dead, and internment camps on our own soil. We still see the influence of propaganda posters even today. Take a look at this print by the famous and notorious graffiti artist Shepard Fairey. He is the man who created the Obama Hope poster. And if you ask me, this poster was one of the key factors in the reason why President Obama won the election in 2008. I know this is a bold statement, but listen. What Shepard Fairey did was exactly what Andy Warhol did back in the 60s and 70s. He made the images of individuals, such as celebrities, iconic and part of pop culture. Let's ignore the fact that this poster was plastered on every wall and on everyone's t-shirts. What this image did was made Obama's face iconic, made him part of pop culture, and made him a hero even before he became president. It influenced the masses, specifically the youth. And if you look back in 2008, one of the key voters and one of the reasons why he won the election was the outreach they made on the youth. The purpose behind this presentation was to prove to you, the audience, as well as any businesses or corporations who happen to be watching this presentation, the importance of having artistic individuals working for them, and the importance of visual communication for the business and the visual appeal for their products. A great example is Apple. Look at their products. They're slick, they're smooth, they're futuristic looking, they're visually appealing, that's what they are. And their interactive designers design these products to be fun and easy to use. The reason why Apple is so innovative and so successful is due to the people who work for them. And the people who work for them are creative thinkers. They are creative minds. They are artists. So what I'm proposing for businesses and corporations is to seek out for these artists, to look for these creative minds, these creative thinkers, because if you look back in history, it is very evident that art does have a power and that it does have influence on the masses and our society. Whether it's religion, whether it's propaganda, whether it's the design and visual appeal of a product, visual communication is key to our success and promotion. And you can only get visual communication success if you hire artists and creative minds. Thank you.